This meal prep business hit a 20x return on investment, and so did this one and this one as well. I've actually done it for 5 meal prep businesses, and I'm going to show you how to do it for yours. But meal prep isn't like normal e-commerce businesses, and that difference is where 90% of business owners burn their money. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a real setting. Over the last month, this account pulled 240 purchases attributed to Meta. Now, attribution matters. This is set to the standard 7-day click. So if someone clicked on the ad and bought within 7 days, Meta counts it as a purchase. That's the window. Everything you're seeing is measured on. This column here is what it costs to get one of those purchases. That's the number that tells me if we're actually making him money. Here's the metric that matters most, ROAS. For every dollar spent, how much do you make? Our regular ad set is at $20. On the retargeting ad set, for every $1 spent, we're making about 6 back. And look at the spend. He's only putting around $1,300 a month in. You don't need $100,000 a month in budget for this to work. There are, of course, a few other numbers I like to check on the daily. Reach is one of them. We got in front of about 8,900 different Meta accounts this month. That's how many people actually saw us in our ads. Another metric, outbound clicks. This isn't just the people tapping on Facebook. This is about 400 people who actually left and went to his website. And the outbound click-through rate is right here, which is pretty standard for Meta. It starts lower, then the algorithm and the strategy sharpen who it's shown to. Now for the last one, the last metric that I check, and it's pretty underrated for meal prep businesses. That's frequency. That's how many times we hit the same person inside a 7-day standard attribution window. Marketing psychology says one touch does nothing. You want to show up again and again so you stay top of mind. That way, when they get hungry, they remember you. Go back to the site and order from the ads that we've actually shown them. So those are the metrics I use to actually see if a campaign is making money for our meal prep clients. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The numbers that look good on this dashboard are not always the numbers that matter. I'll show you what you should really be tracking right after I walk you through the campaign structure that makes all of this strategy work. Those were the numbers. Now, here's the part that actually moves them, the content. Meta is a content first platform, so before anything else, your creative has to stop the scroll. Now look how consistent this is. We test 2 formats, video and carousel. We turned this video off because the carousel was outperforming it, but both have a place. Here's a winning video. Volume's off, but it's eye-catching fast with caption popping on screen, so it lands even on mute. That's the whole point of Facebook and Instagram. And the carousel ads, these crush it for food because people love scrolling through delicious plates and your menu. Each card does a job. Location, pickup times, rotating menu, offer. Load it up as much as you can while being efficient. So the viewer stops and they're hungry, they tap. Now, the most important decision, where do you send them? You have exactly 2 good options and the website homepage is not one of them. Option 1 is a discount code for first-time orders. This is huge because the whole game is new customer acquisition and the first order discount gets them in the door and gives you a clean way to track new customers for that CAC cost. Now, option 2, like you guessed it, it's straight to the menu. Either way, they immediately see they can order as a new customer, pick delivery or pickup, and go right to the food. No homepage, no extra clicks, no time wasted in this consumer journey. Now, the final piece is the ad copy. It's informative, it has bullet points, it's efficient, a couple emojis, then clear call to action, pre-order now, order now, or something with personality like lick the bowl clean today. So that's the content engine. Next, I'll show you the campaign structure underneath all of this that gets in front of the right people for the lowest cost. Now to go into the live structures and what lives in it. The campaigns and the funnel we build so that content reaches the right people for the least amount of money possible. So just a quick refresher on the 3 levels. The campaign is where you pick your goal. The ad set is where you set up the audience, location, and placements. And the ad is where your video, copy, and carousels all live here. For meal prep businesses, we run 3 campaign types. Now, the first one of those is traffic. Its job is to get clicks to the site, not the menu, so we can watch what people do and let the meta pixel start tracking them for retargeting purposes later. The second campaign we want to do is awareness. The cheapest way to get in front of a lot of people. You can see it costs very little to reach this many accounts or the amount of money that you're spending. Now, the third and final one that all of you guys want to hear is the conversions campaigns, the website purchases, trying to get people to buy your meal prep services. This costs more to reach the same number of people as it would in awareness. That's the same amount to get in front of 1,000 people. Your CPM is here because you're paying for higher intent. So the strategy, run the same content and cheap traffic and awareness campaigns as a top of funnel net. That way you can warn people cheaply instead of burning budget and getting in front of high intent cold buyers at the same time as learning. By the time they hit the sales campaign, they've already seen you and the familiarity drives that number down and purchases up. Underneath, you build multiple ad sets, including retargeting audiences shaped by what you learn from the traffic and awareness campaigns. It kills 2 birds with 1 stone, cheaper reach and cheaper data at the same time. At the campaign level, you set your target event, whether that be reach, traffic or awareness, purchases, whatever it may be. Set the funnel up this way so you get the lowest cost per purchase and the highest ROAS for yourself. But also make sure in the ad set level you dial the details in. Minimum age so you're not paying for teenagers. Your delivery and location and placements set to Facebook and Instagram only, not Messenger, WhatsApp, or random apps and sites. Set your languages too. If you only speak English, show your ads in English. If you only speak Spanish, show your ads in Spanish. You don't want to go to all languages and waste budget. So now that the structure is done, but I told you there's one catch that I promised earlier, the one number most owners track wrong, and it's the difference between looking profitable and actually being profitable for a meal prep business. Earlier, I promised the metric that actually matters, and here it is. Almost everyone tracks ROAS, but for meal prep, here's the number that actually matters. Re-engaging existing customers matters, sure, but what grows a meal prep business is new customer acquisition. So what really matters is what return on investment from new customers and LTV, not just return on ad spend across everyone on the Meta dashboard. Here's the problem. Meta doesn't separate customers from existing ones. So when we build the landing pages and we set up the UTMs, the pixel and custom events, we can actually see which purchases are brand new customers and which ones are existing customers. As a meal prep business owner, I'm sure you can understand why that's important. So once that's firing, you get ROAS on new customers specifically because you're just reselling the same people who order every week. That revenue was most likely going to come back anyway. The new customers tells you if your ads are actually working. So I'm going to tell you where to set it up, and here's where you set it up. Go to Events Manager, open your data sets, and pick the one connected to your pixel. And then you're gonna have to go to your backend and set up proper parameters. And for us, here it is, an existing customer purchase event and a new customer purchase event split out. Take the history with a grain of salt since we've only started tracking new customers partway through, but look at the recent numbers. We had 18 new customers just last month. Run those numbers against lifetime value and the real return is massive, way bigger than the surface ROAS everyone shows. That's the number that actually matters for meal prep business owners. So get that new customer event firing, then you can actually target new customers in your ads and back it up with retargeting for the ones that are already warmed up. So that's the entire system, and it's how paid ads actually makes meal prep owners money and scales the business. I know new customer acquisition is the hardest part, and this is how you can solve it. 3 things make or break this: the offer, the creative, and the tracking. Third one is the one everyone gets wrong. Existing customers should get a special offer, and new customers should be calculated with LTV so you know what the actual return on investment is, not just the ad spend ROAS. So that's the offer, the creative, and the tracking. If you run a meal prep business and you want us to look at your ads or website, the linking book's below and I'll have a chat with you. If you want proof this actually works, here's a link to one of our testimonials we have from this meal prep business that we've been showing on screen. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time.